can work towards.
And we are live.
Or not.
Hello. How are all of you?
Barely awake.
They're not switched this time.
Ha ha ha.
But what
Yet.
about after the first break?
Yeah. Yet. You know what I think it is? I think I arranged the cameras before everybody's cameras are on, and then it switches them.
Discord has yet to hold its beer.
Discord has yet to just say fuck you.
Yeah, pretty much.
We shall see.
Oh, but yes, welcome back to another episode of Destiny Forged, sponsored by December.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
I swear to Christ, if I'm getting pneumonia, I'm going to punch a wall and like the person next to it.
No, getting pneumonia, that shit sucks.
Just punch a child. That's how it
No,
fixes
I don't
everything.
punch kids. I'll punch adults.
Okay.
Yeah, now see, if you need to punch a kid, you get another kid to punch the kid for you. That's why I'm glad I have a lot of teenage cousins. It's like, if I ever need to have a kid punched, just
Give him a 20.
It's
Go
like-
do the business.
It's just like you want that season pass? I got a job for you.
Need some V-Bucks?
Hey kids, want to see a dead body?
But yeah, so before we get underway here with the introduction, I guess it would be the introductions and everything like that. Fox, you want to give the rundown for December?
Yeah, I should probably do that. I'm sort of prepared. I'll start by posting a picture of the set of dice that we are about to give away into Twitch chat there. That should do it. It is a very vibrant red and white set this time.
Ooh.
So we have a few basic rules that we do need to go over every single time because people tend to not pay attention. So I'm just going to keep repeating it every time. Rule 1 is you cannot enter this giveaway on someone else's behalf. So if you're entering it for you, not for someone else. This rule is in place to give everyone an even chance of winning these things. Rule 2 is you have to be present when the drawing happens, which will likely be sometime around halfway through the stream, just kind of whenever we happen to take our breaks. Usually happens right after a break. Rule 3 is that you must be able to say what you won if your name is drawn. So dice or anything in that regard is sufficient. It's just to make sure you're paying attention to what you're entering the giveaway for. Rule 4 is you must be a member of our Discord, because we use that to verify that you are who you say you are, and also I will be using that to contact folks to get their shipping information and everything from them. And rule 5 is that you cannot win more than once within a week, and you cannot win more than twice total. So because these giveaways are happening all month long, we don't want to just say, okay, you're one and done, but we do want everybody to have a chance. So can't win more than once within a week, can't win more than twice total. And with that, if you give me 2 minutes here, I will be entering the giveaway, or I will be starting the giveaway and then tell you how to enter the giveaway.
We also accept the answer 42 since it's the answer to everything in the universe.
Nope. 42 is not dice.
I thought it was 56.
Or dice related.
Okay, the raffle is now open, so if you type !December in Twitch chat, the bot will log your response and enter you into the giveaway, and that drawing will happen, as mentioned, probably sometime around middle of the stream.
I lost what I was going to say. But
You have a cool hat.
I realized that I've had this hat for like almost 10 years now. It's pretty much been the only hat I've worn for the past 10 years. because it's the only hat I technically have that fits my head.
It's in really good shape for being 10 years old.
Yeah.
Also, please excuse my cold voice. It's awful.
Oh, that's fine.
I have a couple Yankee hats in the storage that are older than most of y'all.
I've been wearing this beanie for like years, so I'm good.
Yeah, in response to Gilly, please excuse my tired voice because I am mentally dead. And apparently running on autopilot today because I spilt coffee all over myself while I was trying to solve a problem. So it's been one of those days. From this cup, I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
Did the top fall off?
No, I had it sideways, and I was bopping the bottom part against like my face. I was just like hitting myself as I was thinking. And like I'm sloshing coffee all over the sleeve of my hoodie, and I'm not even paying attention. And I look over, and my hoodie, the arm of my hoodie is just soaked. And I'm like, that's still had coffee.
At least it wasn't hot coffee.
Yeah.
With the coffee drinking habits of
To be fair,
I had to clarify.
To be fair, if it were hot coffee, I probably would have realized before I spilt like a good portion of it all over myself.
True.
But aside from coffee spilling shenanigans, the last time that we were together, the group did get a bit of a reward for clearing out the bloody den of the overgrown bullet problem, and then decided that maybe it was time to do a bit of shopping. As they all filed into Ramshackle Tackle Box, met Oliver and Stitch and the rest of the cats, as well as a couple other patrons or residents. I don't know how you would say it, but a fairy seamstress and a individual that some of you know all too well from our other games, as Gaius made an appearance.
I was trying to very blissfully not remember that.
But after doing a little bit of shopping and everyone getting clothes from the seamstress pretty much for free in exchange of donating a solitary coin that she gave to each of you,
a specific
solitary gold coin, and asked you to donate it to a temple of the sun god the next time you were in a town that had a place of worship to him.
Any place that accepts offering on behalf of souls, we have to give said coin.
Afterwards, you went back to the what did I call that place?
What the
cask?
The casino?
No. I forgot I have my notes in two different places, and it's throwing me for a loop. The Singing Flagon is where you went to meet up with Valerie, as she had agreed to take a couple of you shopping and to show you the sights of Ohm. However, Valerie was not to be found. Instead, Boris, the doorman / bouncer to the Flagon, sort of had a worried look on his face, pulled you inside, gave you the rundown that Val had been apparently taken by a couple of the cohorts of Johnny Eight Eyes into the House of Chance. Not knowing exactly as to why Val was taken, a rather distraught Boris sort of impromptu hired you to get her back. And we just lost Zorro. So
Our
give us one
computer's
sec.
been acting up lately, so.
A keyword yet?
So just stick with deal with us for the messed up cameras for the moment. Everyone, Zoro will probably be back soon. But he gave with an agreement, a couple of you had decided to scout out the place while checking out the buffet that the little House of Chance had to offer. And inside, Toki, Boris, and Max went in, got the lay of the land, got a look at a couple of Johnny's inner circle of henchmen, and then you saw Val being led to a large set of doors that act as a lift to carry people from different floors of the establishment. As I really don't want to start this before until Zoro gets back.
Oh, I can bide us a little bit of time.
Bide us the time.
I think a lot of people, including us, often forget that we have a DBH store.
Yeah, I forget that all the time.
There is a couple new things on that store.
What?
That I added just on a whim because I wanted them. One of them I'm wearing right now, which is the Sleepy Sylvia shirt.
Oh, the cost shirt?
Oh.
That is there in shirt form and in sticker form. And the other one is if you wanted to live out your dreams of working in a defunct VHS store, you now can with your very own work shirt.
Oh my god.
No,
do you get to customize the name, or
oh my god.
Yes, I did not put the name on the design, so it's blank on the sticker and on the shirt, so you can put your own name on there if you want. But that is on our DBH store, both of those things now.
Jeebus.
I love that. I have a lot of the Mimsy 6 stuff from there too.
Oh my god. I have to get both shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Now I will make a disclaimer.
There's a sticker for the car too.
There is, yeah. The ones that I'm wearing are not from DBH, but that's only because shipping is outrageous to Canada, no matter what you're ordering from. So whenever I'm getting apparel or something like that, even if it's our own stuff, I opt to get it from a manufacturer within Canada, just so I don't pay ridiculous shipping prices. But the quality is going to be the same. DBH has good quality stuff.
And
before shipping became outrageous, I always ordered my stuff from DBH.
And there's a Nest name tag sticker as well.
Yep.
I put
oh my god,
both of those designs on there in sticker form and in shirt form.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm gonna have to get them.
Man, if we ever did like a live show at like TwitchCon or something, I would require everybody to have a Nest t-shirt.
Yes. I would do it.
Oh, now I need to talk to Fox and Zoro about other merch ideas.
I mean, it's our store. We can literally put anything on there.
Mm-hmm.
Like those designs, I only put them on there because they were something that I personally wanted, and I was like, well, why wouldn't somebody else maybe want these? I'll just put them on there, make them publicly available. It's not like it costs us anything to do that. So if we have any ideas, we can just throw them on there.
I still want a Rose and Tara Shar full body pillowcase.
I mean, that was one of the things that we talked about were character body pillows.
Body pillows and a calendar, like a pinup calendar type of thing.
A Mimsy plush. Yes, Zorro. We need a Mimsy plush.
100%. Several plushies.
But
I would rock some mugs. I need to get some mugs.
I have many ideas for mugs, but the problem that I have with mugs, and this isn't just a DBH thing, this is any like made to order service, is the mugs are so small. I need bigger mugs.
I want cups
That's
like
fair.
this. I want cups like this, and I want like the little like Behold Roleplay etched into it.
They don't have
I have a
tumblers on there?
question.
What's up?
Are we allowed to order maids?
I don't think that's allowed.
Oh,
I mean, I'm sure there's some services out there, but none
I
that
mean,
we
we
offer.
send made to orders.
If we can get like little like
1916,
little cutouts, like little desk standy cutouts of all the characters in maid costumes.
Yeah, it's all anime form.
Oh no, sorry, camera change. That's what it was. I thought it dropped again for a second. It blipped out on my screen.
I mean, who wouldn't want a little standy cutout of Piper in a maid costume?
Fuck yes! Let's go! He's all pissed off and everything.
The things he does for his wife.
You could like we could literally call it the Behold Roleplay desk harem.
Okay, now I need a standee of a pissed off Kyo in a maid outfit.
Yes. Oh my god, yes.
Hell fucking yeah.
Well, I think we need to have a discussion here at some point in time as to all the goofy stuff we want to put in there. But as yeah, exactly. Shut up and take my money. But yeah, so with Zorro back, a little bit of time has passed since the trio went into the house of chance. I can't just say the house because that just makes it sound like I went into a place of residence. Which left
we get what you mean by house.
Which left the rest of you back at the Flagon. Though
surgery.
This is true, performing surgery because a certain someone decided they needed to have their arm cut off. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you for reminding me of that. I completely forgot that you guys did that impromptu surgery.
Yeah.
We didn't forget. we were waiting for the failure to happen.
Look, I didn't roll super high on that first roll and I was terrified.
But yeah, so those rolls were made. The surgery went fine, and now that creepy arm is now attached to Sylvia's body.
I feel like Asha would have said some sort of prayer. Said attached. Just as a please keep this one safe.
And as
I'm gonna eat it.
Like as almost as like fate had intervened in this sense. As soon as Sylvia begins to stir from the sleepy time tea, the digits on her newly attached arm, or forearm, I should say, begin to move and turn into a fist and wiggle about. As Sylvia, you feel like you've got full control of it. So something feels a little weird. Because as you're moving your fingers, it's almost as if something is helping you guide them.
Interesting. Does it feel like something like physically in the arm, or does it feel more like, I don't know, an additional kind of mental signal being sent?
It's like an additional mental signal that's sort of like making the motions a little more fluid. Now that you have this arm attached to you, when you use skill checks that require you to use this arm or this hand, once a day, you can pretty much activate the arm in order to gain advantage on that skill check.
Does the arm... This would be a really weird question in any other scenario, but normal here. Does the arm have to be attached for me to trigger that effect, or
It
can
does
I
not.
do it? Nice. Okay.
Like, because if you remember, you are in full control of that arm if it's attached or if you've detached it and let it go off, do its own thing.
Yeah.
You pretty much have like a fleshy version of Mage Hand.
Yes. An even better
But
one.
physical.
This one can move up to 60 feet, where I believe Mage Hand is restricted to 30 feet.
And a certain amount of pounds.
5 pounds.
So once the grogginess from the tea kind of wears off and I get used to this feeling of additional guidance within this hand, I will do 2 things. One is take the ring off of the original hand and put it on the new hand. This is my balance ring that can do light and dark stuff. And the other thing is I'm going to test detaching the arm and just moving it throughout the room that I'm currently in.
Okay. So you focus for a moment, just trying to bring an image as to what exactly detaching one's arm would be like. And you sit there, and as you do, you kind of just hold your arm out. As Asha, you see like the incision point around the around the arm where you had attached it sort of begin to form as the arm pops off of her body and slowly begins to float around the room.
I think at first this scares Asha because she thinks the arm's detaching, so she starts moving like to grab supplies and go over there and try and help, and then it starts moving around. She just kind of like stares at it and looks back like she doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know what to process this. It's the arm's moving.
And the room that I'm currently in, is it a small room, or was it like out in the open somewhere? How large is the space?
This is one of the rooms, like one of the rooms for rent in the upstairs. So you're looking at maybe a 10 by 10 room.
Okay. I will save my second test for a different time. But yeah, after moving the hand around the room a little bit and kind of like picking things up and putting them down just to see how that feels, I'll bring it back so it reattaches, and I'll look over at Asha. This is so much better than I expected it to be. Thank you.
That's good. Is there any residual pain? Anything that doesn't feel right?
At first it felt not quite right, but now, I don't know, it feels even better than a regular hand.
I imagine it would feel a little odd for anyone at first when they receive a new body part. Something that was not originally yours or wasn't originally attached to your body at this point in time. I'm not sure how this is working.
I'm not really sure how it's working either. I'll admit I was actually like deeply concerned about what might happen once this was attached, but I figured I should just maybe keep that to myself and see what happens, and it all worked out.
You had faith.
Yeah, I had faith in you, in your abilities.
I'm glad that this ended up working out. There seems to be little side effects.
I think all the side effects are good.
I think by the way that was moving, it looked like it was intentional, so I'm guessing that's a feature?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be able to do everything with this hand that I would be able to do with my regular hand. but I can do it at a distance.
That could come in handy.
Exactly.
Don't you laugh at me, Roach. I wasn't thinking of that. I was thinking of the Hercules song, I Can Go the Distance.
No,
Sure
I
you
was
are.
face palming at the handy pun.
Look, I started to say it, by the time I realized what was coming out of my mouth, there was no stopping it.
There is one other thing that I could use your expertise on.
Yeah, of course.
I'd like to preserve my other hand.
I don't do a lot of preservation work, but I'm sure that's doable. I don't personally have alchemy items on me, but I'm sure someone in the group has to.
I don't know anything about preserving body parts, so I figured you'd probably know more than I do.
I mean, the right chemicals will do it. It's just we need to get them. But I guess for now we can maybe put the arm in the cold bag.
Yeah.
I'll preserve it for now. Once the others return from the house of God damn it, brain. Down. The House of Chance. They went over there to do a little bit of scout work. So
I think I might go downstairs and maybe have a snack or something while we wait for them.
now if I remember right, the arm's still discolored from her arm, right? It still looks like a preserved arm.
The arm that's now attached?
Yeah.
It's a little off color, yes.
It looks like the color didn't do any changes, so you might get questioned from people about what happened to your arm. Just something to expect. Unless you wear a glove or something to cover it.
Right, I didn't think about that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
I'm glad this worked out.
Me too.
As this conversation is like coming to a close, the front doors of the flagon sort of like slam open as you hear a single pair of like footsteps sort of like quickly moving across the bottom floor and coming up the stairs and moving like past the room that you're in.
I crack the door to get a look at who's going by. Don't want to like fling it open to make it obvious, but
as you open the door to get a sight, it's just a quick like passing of like a red dress. Obviously the person who's going by this door is moving at a more than normal pace at the moment.
all we saw was a red dress.
Did you see who that was?
I did not. I just caught a glimpse of their dress.
And about
It wasn't one that I
couple seconds
recognized.
later, you hear one of the doors open and shut down the hall.
I don't recall seeing anyone other than us staying here. We should maybe go see who it is. Maybe it's one of our friends.
But you know, how far I heard the footsteps traveling. Can I make some sort of guesstimate on which door it might be?
About 20 feet. About 20 feet.
Okay. Well, I guess we should go investigate that, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just knock on the door and see if they need some assistance.
Good idea.
So I'll go over to where I think the door is and I'll knock on it.
What is your passive perception?
17.
What?
17.
Okay. So as as you get close to the door, you hear what sounds to be drawers being opened up, and then like just a bundle of clothes being tossed on a bed. And as soon as you knock on the door, movement sort of stops inside the room, though you could catch the shadows underneath the door, as it looks like the person inside just quickly presses themselves against the wall.
Or look over at Sylvia and be like, that was weird. Very loudly, like, try not to be like super obvious about it, but like, that was weird. I thought it was where I heard someone in there, but I guess I must have been mistaken. And like, walk down the hallways if I'm walking away, and then
can you give me
sneak back.
A deception roll?
I can. Okay, 18.
Okay. And as soon as you walk away, your ears perk as like movement begins to happen in the room again.
More like flip, like try and slip back, snake back down to the doorway.
Go ahead and give me a stealth roll this time, or a sneak roll.
Okay, not as terrible. 15.
Light enough. So you make it to the door, and you can hear clothes just being shoved into like a bag or something. And then there's like a jingle of coins being poured into another bag and tightened up. And then you see just like a crumpled shadow, almost as if the dress has been like removed and thrown off the body, as you hear somebody struggling to put clothes on.
Oh, this isn't an opportune time, but I'm gonna throw the door open and this is gonna suck.
Are you throwing the door open gently, or are you putting some force into it?
I'm trying to startle the person inside, so probably a little bit of force.
Are you throwing the door open, or are you kicking it open?
I guess I'd test the doorknob. If the doorknob's locked, it's getting kicked open. If the doorknob's not locked, I'll just open it.
You're naked.
Okay, sorry for all the questions, but
Okay.
how gingerly are you trying the doorknob?
Pretty gingerly, because I don't want to alert the person inside.
Get another sneak roll for that.
Yep. This one's gonna be a 13.
Apparently they don't hear it. You try it. The door handle is locked.
Look, when your head's in a shirt, you don't hear much. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna try and kick the door open.
Alright. Can I get a strength roll from you? Or if you are proficient in it, I'll let you roll athletics.
I am proficient in athletics, thanks to my background. That's going to be a 19.
Look at you go with your rolls.
Given how you've seen how they replace the walls and the floorboards and whatnot on the bottom floor of the flagon, it doesn't surprise you when this door goes flying off of its hinges, carrying across the way and slamming against the wall like on the opposite end, causing the woman inside to give a startled yelp and dive for cover.
With the shield I have, I'm gonna have that out as I enter the room, just in case something comes flying at me, because I want to approach the lady.
I don't think a 12 is gonna hit you.
It does not. No.
Okay. So as you walk in from your right, you catch just like the glint of metal as a throwing dagger is hurled at you, and you're able to bring your shield up just in time to block it.
And I'm gonna look at this person. Do I recognize them?
What you see in front of you is now like in a set of just like leather traveling garb, is this human looking woman, long brunette hair, very startled look on her face that seemingly begins to turn into a question as she sees you enter the room. Who are you? You're not one of the you're not one of his goons.
Is it referring to the gentleman who owns the establishment across the street? No. But given the recent activities and the suspicious nature of which you were entering and running around this room, I apologize if I startled you. I just need to make sure that there wasn't something else happening here. As I'm going to put on my best, like, guard demeanor.
She gets up off the ground, like straightens herself out, like, you the new muscle? She just like walks by you, just like almost as if she's very familiar with the layout of this room, as you see that she begins still stuffing clothes into a sack.
Yes, and apologies, I haven't met everyone here yet.
Yeah,
You are?
nor I you. Usually Boris lets me know when the new meat comes around.
It's been a recent development given everything that's been happening.
True, we are down a person after they caught that table in the face.
Looks like you were expecting some trouble. As I motion towards the dagger wherever it landed.
Oh, it's like at your feet or like in the shield. If it, cause I don't know if you have a wood shield or a metal shield.
I honestly don't know. It's the generic +2 shield. Oh no, actually, I know it's a magical shield, so it'd probably fall to the ground. I forgot, I got that extra bonus to it. That was my item at the beginning. So I'll pick up the dagger and I'll offer it to her. It's like a peace offering.
Takes it and she puts it back into the belt.
Is there something troubling you? Something we could help with?
The more you, or the less you know, the better for you. Let's just say I'm on my way out.
And I'm just passing through. Picking up some jobs in the meantime.
You know what? She goes over to the nightstand, she grabs the letter, she hands it to you. She's like, give this to Boris. It's my resignation.
May I ask what's prompted such a quick exit?
Let's just say I'm needed somewhere else.
I do an insight check.
Oh,
See if
yeah.
I can get some sort of read on her.
Most definite.
That's gonna be an 18.
An 18?
For high insight.
She seems to be truthful, but at the same time seems to be very jumpy and anxious to get out of here.
Seeing how you're expecting a goon, I'm assuming that you did something to cross.
Like, again, questions you don't want answered.
I'd be surprisingly helpful.
And she's like, look, I appreciate the help. I just need to be able to get out of here before. Fuck. She kind of just like gets a defeated look on her face. It's like she's staring over your shoulder outside the door.
I'm gonna turn around, see what's behind me.
And there is Boris and Toki and Max. And Boris has a very confused look on his face.
I'm gonna hold out the letter and be like, I do believe this is for you. Drop your stuff.
He's like, yeah, okay. Val, what the hell? And she's like, Boris, I didn't want you involved in this. I tried to make it as covert as possible, but apparently you saw the wrong thing and decided to get involved. He's like, well, yeah, you You were kidnapped by Johnny's goons. We saw you being taken into the elevator. I figured the worst for you. Usually people who go in that elevator come back as, garden statues. And she sighs. She's like, did he loop you all into this?
No, we volunteered.
Of course, you volunteered. Well, I'm not kidnapped, but how's about all of you feeling about helping a girl get out of town?
What are you running from?
Oh, a particular 8-eye asshole and his goons in this city. Look, I will be happy to explain everything as soon as we are on the road, but we need to get out of here, and we need to get out of here fast. I don't know when he's going to wake up.
We were planning on leaving soon anyway. I think, unfortunately, we won't be able to do the other things we want to do, but if you are in need of an escort, I have no issue with it.
Boris kind of like reading the letter, and he's like, so what the hell am I supposed to do? She kind of gets a sad look on her face. She's like, Boris, for the time being, it's best if you go into hiding. Let the twins run the place, give them the keys and everything, and let them do what they're gonna do. But they know you're my employer, and they're gonna come looking for you right away. You need to leave it as soon as I do, but we need to leave in separate routes. Boris kind of nods. He's like, all right, I'll get my stuff. And he like heads downstairs down into like one of the side rooms down there that he uses as his office. Now the rest of you are fine with traveling with me. I can't say that we're not going to be in any sort of danger. But I need an escort, and I need a fast route to Augur.
At this point, Sylvia kind of pokes her head through the door after standing in the hallway listening to all of this. She's ready to back up Asha, but clearly Asha did not need the help. We were planning on heading that way right after this, so I mean, I don't see why we couldn't just go right away. I admittedly was really, really looking forward to cutting down a kidnapper, but getting out of town seems like the priority.
Oh, I hate to put more stress on all of you, but do you have a means of leaving? Horses? A wagon? Anything?
Fortunately, when the Skyway broke, I do believe our horses went with it.
Oh.
But we are currently traveling to Augur, as Sylvia said, and we know the route quite well. All party members have traveled before.
Yeah, I think our original plan was to go from here straight to Claude and then to Augur, but if you need to get to Augur first, I suppose we could just go straight there.
I mean, I think we have to pass through Claude to get to Augur. Just might not be able to stay as long as we had hoped.
It is the safest route. I mean, there's a road that leads directly from Claude down to Augur. Question.
Sometimes when you're running, going off the beaten path might be the best. Harder to track.
I know this is going to sound like an odd question, but while you were in town, did you happen to see if a certain shop with a cute boy and a ton of cats was currently open?
Oh yes, they are. We came from there earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he can use his magic. He's mentioned to me before that he has means of getting from a town to another town in a blink of an eye.
Oh, he does. We talked to him about that.
Yeah, he also said that comes with great risk.
Well, staying in town once
Yeah.
Johnny wakes up after what I've done, that's a big risk as well.
And
Yeah,
what
I think
did you do?
Again, I'll cover that once we're out of town.
there's a small chance that the ramshackle tackle box teleportation door thingy makes us all explode, but the chance is small.
Well, I'm not going to ask you to put your lives in danger like that unless you're willing to.
Explode or be turned to stone. I'd rather take my chances with exploding.
What about the rest of you?
Yeah, I'm on board.
Is she,
My only regret is we have to leave Mr. AI's in power here. I don't like what he's doing to this town, but that's a problem for another day.
she looks over to Kylas and Karsha. Are you both okay with this? Rude, Zoro?
I know Groots has a slight delay.
Oh, does he?
Sorry. Nope, sorry. I thought we were still at the fucking house.
No.
We got teleported.
Oh, that's cool.
Story time skip.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah, I'm all for it. Sure.
She, like, her eyes turn to Kylas. And she, like, leans over into Asha. Is he, like, the, like, strong silent type?
Tends to be. Tries to be. I think there's more under the surface, though.
Well, given the way he's dressed, I'll probably take that, you know, he's not really one to turn down a lady in need.
He is not. No.
And she kind of smiles, like, knowing to Kylas.
I think Kylas might be having kid troubles.
It's like, all right, so tackle box.
Before we go, we just need to grab one thing out of the other room. Tokumi, I think I'll need your assistance.
Okay.
I
Follow
will
her.
take Tokumi back to the room where we performed the surgery and be like, can you get the box of clothing out? We need to put the arm in there. Or perhaps Sylvia's
Oh my god, you
arm.
actually cut her arm off?
Yeah. It's better than having it chopped off, or at least this way it's clean.
Oh, okay. So she does the whole, you know, on the floor, opens up, hops down into her room and grabs she actually holds up the box of clothing so she can just, you know, pass the entryway so she can just put the arm in and just bring it back down.
I love how you're
body
your
parts.
cooler that is designed to keep edible meat fresh is now has just a ton of scorpion meat, 3 separate heads, and a severed arm.
Yep.
Hey, the scorpion
D&D
meat,
party.
we have not determined if it's an edible yet. I have the chef feet, goddammit, and I'm gonna use it to its fullest.
Look, it's not a D&D party until you have weird things in your bag of holding. In
As
this
long
case,
as
a bag of clothing.
it's not poisonous and I can cook it, I'm gonna cook it, damn it.
Okay,
You
fair.
will not take this from me.
Fair.
I can get rid of poison.
See? It's like All right, so I guess he puts the arm in. I bring it back into my room, close the door, and just hop out. What's your passive perception?
Mine, a 17.
Yeah. You would feel some air whoosh by you as Tokumi jumps literally from your viewpoint out of the room and into the other room. And then I'll close the door and take my doorknob back.
As you come back to, and Valis finishes up packing up what she needs. She looks to Asha as she comes back into view. Are we all good?
Yes. I collected what we need.
All right.
Do we want to like say goodbye to Boris or anything?
It's
Or just go.
It's best we leave. He knows what he has to do. I know what I have to do. It's best that we're not seen leaving at the same time. At least with this, it gives him a bit of deniability.
I guess we should head straight for the tackle box then.
Probably. I'm sorry, Sophia, we won't get to use the dresses. Maybe we'll find something back in Augur we can use them for.
Yeah, we got the dresses. That's one thing at least. We'll find a reason to wear them.
Does anyone have a spare cloak we can give the lady? Maybe she can hide in the depths of it a little bit more.
She's like, I got it. She like mutters something under her breath, and you see her form change from this human woman to a gnome.
Disguise self. Yeah, boy.
Oh, that's handy.
I can tap that.
I love that spell.
Okay, let's get out of here. I don't think I've used this shape before here, but who knows? She just quickly begins to run out of the shop along with like the rest of you, and you make your way to the tackle box. And you can see as you get there, Ollie is about to like turn the sign to say that, you know, the shop is closed, and he sees all of you running towards it and opens it up. He's like, friends, I didn't expect to see you back so soon. What's with the frantic pace? I know it most definitely can't be the wares that I sell in here.
We need an emergency transfer.
And as Val kind of like pushes past Oliver's leg going into the shop, and she changes back into the human form. She's like, Oliver, I need to make use of the little doodad that you use in here to get from place to place, and I need it now. Oliver kind of looks at her and looks at the rest of you. Okay, but you do know the risks.
We are aware.
Okay, just making sure everybody knows.
Oh, we're fully aware.
Yeah, this transport dookie doesn't really like to play with anybody who isn't Fey, so fingers crossed. He shuts the door and he locks it and pulls a little drape down, begins to close all the drapes in the shop. And he goes behind the desk and he picks up a small box with like a singular keyhole in it. Picks up the key, puts it in, turns it, and it opens up, and there's just this giant red button. Okay, where to?
Augur.
It begins to turn a couple of like small dials on the side. Let's see, Augur. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. Okay. Make do for. Oh, you're right. 24. Make do for interdimensional travel. internal pocket dimensions. Okay, I think we're good.
Oh, wait. There's one more. Boots.
Right, pets. He clicks the button. Anybody else stowing away anybody?
Not. Oh.
Not
It doesn't
alive.
count souls,
Somebody.
does it?
All right, you three kobolds, get out of the trench coat.
Souls?
Souls.
Oh, are the souls currently in possession of a body?
No.
Oh, they're fine
No, they
then.
are not.
They're fine then.
Okay.
Fine.
They're safely stored. They're safely just stored in some sort of travel safe case.
You can call it that.
You can say that, yeah.
As long as they're safely stored and, their upright position, everything should be fine. If not, we're all about to be torn asunder. And as he says that, he just hits the button.
I think Asha's hand goes to the necklace at that moment. I'm like, oh shit. she's setting up a prayer.
Oh man. Please let it be something I'm proficient in.
1, 2.
I think he's rolling.
Oh. Is it literally the hand of God that decides if we die or not?
Fox,
Oh,
Yes,
God.
sir.
can you roll me a set of percentiles, please?
Oh, I'm sure I can.
Oh god.
Please, Fox.
I
Oh,
don't
the
know.
next percentile.
Oh, hey. Oh, that doesn't count because you're not using your hand. Never mind.
If it was a D20 roll of some kind, I'd use that auto success I've been holding on to, but it is not, so I don't think I can.
You would be right.
The 0-0.
Well, if it's 3 zeros, it's
0
100.
number.
So if it's 2 zeros and a single digit, then it's a single digit.
That's
That's
probably.
just two.
If it's all zeros,
Oh
it's 100.
no!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Tell me it's an all
Did you
one.
say it's a problem?
I said it's a problem.
How
Are you
much
gonna
of
lose an arm again?
how much of a problem are we talking?
On a scale of 1 to 100, I'd say it's about a 5.
Jesus.
Ah!
Oh.
We are
this is how
so.
we TPK this
fucked.
party.
Give me a moment.
Really hoping it'd be some sort of con check or something. Something to resist the
You know,
evil.
I think my goal now is to go through every single Behold roleplay video and see who's got the worst case scenario in every role possible.
I think it depends on what role we're talking about. Death
Yeah.
saves is definitely me, as I tripled my nat ones on the other channel.
Death, it's me.
If it's death saving, that's me. I own that.
Bad rolls, it's either Azrin or Fox.
I don't know.
What-
I think
More potions, it's probably
either,
Zoro.
it's either a statistical tie or Fox is slightly higher. Just because he's been in more campaigns.
I think we all know that Azurin will always have the worst HP rolls.
Oh god, yes.
Mm-hmm. Like how this is how we're stalling for time. We're to figure stuff out.
Yeah, you kind of need to.
It's okay.
Oh,
We don't mind. We'll prolong our suffering.
I wish someone had the fate card.
I mean, someone has a death free card, but that's only for himself.
Wrong person. Wrong person. Wrong person.
I mean, you can also call upon a god to right this wrong for us,
Yeah.
and they have to oblige.
It hasn't happened yet, so we have to see what.
Well, what concerns me about this is when we talked about using this system on our first visit, we found out that this uses the astral sea in
Yeah.
some weird twisted way, and There is nothing nice in the astral sea.
Nothing.
No.
Nope.
And then there's just the fact that we're pretty much teleporting dimensions from here to the astral street and back again. All kinds of shit can go wrong with that magic.
Yep. So, everyone.
So, yeah.
Can everyone roll me a percentile?
You know what? I'm actually very happy about that. I could finally use this. I can finally use this die. My round die.
Oh, you have a D100?
Yeah, it's like a round D100.
Those always
they're all almost always round.
No, it's the giant. It's just like the giant orb.
Yeah. The D30s are easier because they don't. Take
Yeah, the D.
Not this one. For some reason, this is a D66.
The one that I had previously, I had a D100. It was filled with beads, and one day, yeah, that those ones, it broke, and the beads went everywhere.
Oh God, no.
I thought you were going to say it's filled with bees.
Not the bees!
Roll the B100.
At least Zora's not listening. I do have Kylas's roll though. She rolled it.
That's my current Division 2 build.
I'm good with this.
Did you roll a 69?
I'm good with this
Yes!
too. I just don't know if it's really good or really bad.
Okay, Grood's rolled a 69. What about you, Azrin?
I rolled a 000.
Okay.
Nice.
Fox.
I was 3 away from the golden number. I got a 66.
And then Kylas and Asha.
Kylas got a 57. Asha got an 87.
Asha,
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
you get to pick the form of the destroyer.
Oh.
Alright, what do I have to pick?
So, as you are traveling through the astral sea, all of you are feeling off. As soon as like that thing started going, there was a groan in the establishment. Things started to die down and they picked back up. It almost looked like you were having some sort of like power fluctuation. Oliver looked a little bit concerned, but then there was a jolt as you were off. And as this shop is being carried through the astral sea, Asha, you have 4 choices to choose from.
Or
As these are filling in your heads as like probabilities, as you see various various outcomes to how this happens and like what happens and how this affects the group. In one sense, the group is locked in combat with a giant, what looks to be whirling mass of leeches, sort of tangled together, gnashing and trying to suck away the life essence out of the group itself.
The Leap King.
Everything in D&D that sucks blood sucks ass to fight.
Another one
Literally.
is you see everyone unconscious and barely clinging to life in the recovery hall in Augur. Though you get a feeling that there's a sense of dread here, as life is not guaranteed.
Ooh.
There's another that you look outside of the shop and all you could see is just a giant whirling mass of sand.
Ew.
And then there's a final one where you land in Augur. Perfectly fine. Walk out of the shop a little bit queasy, but nothing too bad. but you're not watching you from the eye, from like your eyes, as something perched on the rooftops begins to stalk you and your companions. You must make one of those 4 choices.
Oh god.
Marshmallow Puff Man. Marshmallow Puff Man.
I don't like any of them.
How about this? How about this? We will take a break to give you some time to mull over your choice. And while we're on the break, we can remind everybody about the December drawing that is currently in effect. The little bot is open. If you wish to enter the giveaway for the first set of dice tonight, use !December. And we will be back in about 5 minutes or so.
and surprisingly enough, his
Okay.
singing career.
We're back.
He's singing. Jackie Chan is singing.
So
Oh, dude, Jackie Chan is like the fucking.
Here we go.
He's like the Mike.
I don't think
He's
they
like-
heard you, Rogen.
I said we're live.
Oh,
I heard.
Before
I
we
just-
get into how Gilly is going to effectively TPK the entire group here, and we move into a different game.
we got the raffle.
Yeah.
We have a raffle so people can celebrate winning dice as everyone gets killed. So
I demand for the hacks.
Look, we might suffer, but you'll get dice.
Yes, you suffer for your dice. How fun is that?
And they'll probably roll better for you than HP Fox's dice rolled for him today.
Yeah,
That's true.
Fox, I have to ask, did you use the dice that you made?
I did not, but I'm thinking I need to get Sylvia some new dice after this.
Mhm.
Caw.
But before I close it, I do want to remind everyone that the shipping of all these dice is likely not going to happen until like late January, maybe even February, due to both the holiday shipping rush and the postal strike that is happening with Canada Post right now. I want to wait until both of those things have resolved before I ship these dice. Otherwise, there's probably a pretty decent chance that they just get lost in the mail somewhere. Nobody wants that. So all the winners expect to hear from me to get all your shipping information after those things are resolved. So I will go ahead and close that up now and draw a winner. Shellhound, are you still here?
Yay.
If you are, tell us what you won.
Yay.
Hey, there they are.
Yeah, there you are. What did you
You
win?
did. Nice. Congratulations.
Nice.
Yay.
Yeah.
More click
You
clack
won
math
dice.
rocks given away.
You won dice the object, not the psychotic fire cow.
Yes, not the psychotic fire.
I mean-
you don't want that one.
I mean,
she'll burn your house down.
Unless you
Yeah.
want a psychotic fire cow.
I highly recommend against the psychotic fire cow.
I feel like we need plushies of the cow to send out with the dice, just to be little shits.
And she's holding a little fireball.
We are a plus 18 channel, so we can actually have a plushie of dice and not get in trouble.
and she's holding a little fireball.
You leave my
That
cow
would be funny.
alone.
Hey, I loved your cow.
Psychotic
Thank
fire
you.
cow
Shellhound isn't
option.
an option.
I kind of
you
wish
like
I would
dice better,
play with
trust
her
me.
more.
Okay, so I have recorded your name on my little spreadsheet here, and I did see you join our Discord the other day, so I've already got your Discord name. That's all good. As mentioned, expect to hear from me probably around the end of January to get all your shipping information from me. Congratulations again.
Yay. Do you want to start the next raffle?
Do we want to do a second one today? Is that something we want to do?
Are we only doing one per?
Originally it was one per, but I do have a bunch of extras that I've just been throwing in as giveaways. I do have some more to give away if that's something we want to do.
I mean, technically we did miss V6s. So I think
It's true.
I think we could
Technically we did.
I think we could give away V6s one tonight.
Okay. So in that case, I'll reset the raffle here.
Yay.
And you know what? Let's give away a bit of an experimental set here.
Ooh.
So I just dropped the picture in Twitch chat there. This is a set that I was trying something different with. So it's an unpainted set, but it is finished as in regards to like polishing and everything. This
Ooh.
is a set that actually contains shards of large
Swaddled in it.
D20s. So when I was casting all the oversized D20s, I didn't realize that one of my molds was faulty. So all of the large D20s that came out of it were misshapen. and I couldn't sell them. It's not open yet. Not open yet, Groots.
I know.
So what I did was I took all those misshapen, oversized D20s and I smashed them. And I took all the shards from them and cast them into a few different dice sets. And that's what this particular set is one that contains shards of broken D20s.
That's really cool.
No.
That's
I
actually
don't
really
like
awesome.
that music, Rojan.
So the raffle is now open. All you have to do is type !December to enter. And yes, Zoro, it is the start of a new week, so you can enter.
I will fight you, Zora. Let's go.
I always have a hard time eating clear dice.
I have a 33.3% chance. Never mind.
All right.
25.
So, I have to say, Cobalt Press, thank you so much for releasing Sirenscape music. Because I have so
Really
much
good.
more music to... Yeah, this is what you're listening to right now is from Cobalt Press playlists.
Nice.
So we have to get that on the Sirenscape account that we share. And then I don't know how to work.
All you have to do is just search Cobalt Press and you'll just get like a ton of them.
Ooh, awesome.
But, Gilly, Asha,
Can I delay some more?
no, you can't. I'm sorry. We're back from commercial break and the all the advertisements have been read. Unfortunately, the camera is now on you, waiting for you to make a decision.
I mean, I think we
It's
can talk
time
about the
for that
price.
decision.
Fonzie is in the air over the Shark Tank.
Yep.
Poor Jeff.
Alright. Well, when you're
I
reading
love
these off,
Jeff.
there's more of these that caught my
I love
attention
Jeff.
more than others, and this is probably going to be. I think any choice is a stupid choice for me. It doesn't matter. It's all horrible.
I love stupid choices.
But we're gonna go with number 4.
What was number 4?
Oh, the Stalker.
Oh, the Stalker. Okay.
The Stalker. I don't know why, but that one stood out to me, and now I'm interested and terrified.
Okay. So, looking at all the branching pathways ahead of you, weighing your options, you feel that the least horrible is probably this thing stalking you. And setting your sights on this, you see the possible threads of fate unravel from the 3 other paths as all the shaking and rocking of the shop smooths out. And as you hear just like some percussive maintenance on the box behind you as Ollie with a giant wrench in his head just starts slamming it into the box as everything levies out. He's like, okay, gods are with us, back on the right course. I don't know. As he just stops and he looks up in the rafters. You know, Bernard, when I have guests, I like when they announce when they're here. And your eyes turn up into the rafters, and leaning up against the wall, just with like a foot hanging off the rafters, is this tiefling. Dressed in a very fine leather coat, leather pants, a white shirt. Like you can see the inside of the coat is kind of like decorated in knives. And he's just eating a can of fruit. He kind of just shrugs. He's like, look, I didn't know you were gonna activate the interdimensional gateway. I just came by to stop by and drop off what you asked me to grab, and Well, I get whisked away to the astral again. Oh, hello. He kind of like turns his head and looks down at the group. And what is your name, pretty bird? As he sort of just like melts into the shadows, into the wall, and just like appears right behind Sylvia.
I'm sorry, are you talking to me?
Well, I don't see any other pretty birds around here.
I'm Sylvia. Are you the reason the building was shaking?
If you must blame someone, I guess you can blame me. Again, I didn't know we were going on a trip. I was just here delivering some goods to my friend, and, well, he pressed the button without asking if everybody was accounted for, so if anything, blame the driver.
I'm sorry. Your name is what did he say? Bernard?
Yes, and he like gives like a little mock bow. Bernard, at your service. Spy master, assassin, deliverer of all sorts of information. Anything you need me to be.
I see. It's an interesting trick you've got, popping out of the shadows.
And then you just hear behind you, that's not the only one we have. As that other Bernard is now just like standing behind you. He goes,
Twins?
back here, now. He's like, yeah, fine. And he just like walks over and then he melts into the shadow of Bernard.
You're full of tricks.
He's, don't mind him, he's an idiot. My other half.
I don't think I understand, but
Let's just say that sometimes when those of us with infernal blood are born, complications happen. Technically, we're twins, but in a rather strange aspect, that one lives in my shadow. And from time to time, he can pop out when I let him or I drop my guard.
You said infernal, so you're a devil of some kind?
Tiefling by nature, but my father was a devil, yes.
And you're an assassin, spy master, person thing?
Yes. For lack of the better terms, I am a jack of all trades.
Of all trades. How good are you at finding people?
See, you just see this very like toothy grin. My dear, that is one of my specialties.
Perhaps I have a job for you if you're affordable.
Oh, my rates are fair. It all depends on who I'm supposed to find and what I'm supposed to do with them. Should probably change the music because this is definitely not Bernard music.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for somebody to get stabbed here.
Right? Me too. I'm like, when's Bernard going to suddenly turn around and
Let's
stab
play
someone?
sample music.
I mean, we have seen him kill people before.
Yeah, like
Very brutally.
Like,
We
Tokumi
don't know. He's
leans.
just...
Tokumi leans into Asha. She goes, "Not all tieflings are bad. Apparently, I have a great uncle who's one, so we should be okay as long as we don't get him angry."
And Asha just probably looks very queasy right now. It's like she's still feeling the after effects of the teleport, maybe? Maybe it's something else.
Not talking about Necrath, are you?
Yeah, of course I'm talking about the crap. I have to drop.
Succubi. Sorry.
No, he's not an incubi. He's not an incubi. He's something else. No, he's a Cambion.
Yeah,
That's the one.
He's a Cambion.
Cambion.
That's why, the story's been diluted over the years, so.
Fucking telephone.
It's like-
He goes, and so who is it that I'm trying to locate?
Well, this is a bit of a personal matter. Maybe we could talk about it over lunch or something.
Suit yourself. I never say no to lunch, especially if it's with such a pretty face.
I thank you. Sorry, I'm not used to
You cheating hoe,
compliments like
Bernard.
Cheating hoe, Bernard.
Hey, just because one of them's taking doesn't mean the other half is.
Yeah, I mean, technically, this Bernard isn't with the other character.
To be fair, we also haven't established what exactly happened to the Wither Waste group after the start of
No, we haven't.
what do you call it?
Package deal.
Well, as soon as we're wherever the hell we're going, we can take some time and figure out a place to eat. Hopefully they have good spicy food. I haven't had anything spicy in a while.
The festival might still be going on. They had a lot of vendors.
Ooh, I do love me a festival.
Well, you're headed to the right place.
I could go for jalapeno poppers.
Oh, yes, please. No, the Weewa group, the original Weewa group was hunting Gaius. Bernard was with them.
Yep.
Great job they did. Guys showed up here.
See, sort of, he like looks to the rest of you and just gives you a brief nod as he melts back down in the shadows and is back up on his perch. And then there's a sudden like stop. It's like the entire store just comes to a halt. Well, we're here. Everyone in one piece. Appendages missing. Appendages in the right place.
When he asked,
no possessions.
Appendages missing. Tokomi is gonna get into Sylvia's personal space and check her severed arm to see if it's still attached.
Arm still attached.
She's like, "Wow, you actually did it. You're crazy."
It was done by a medical professional.
In a tavern inn.
Well, I'm holding on to Owen for you in case you ever change your mind.
Yeah, I'd like to get it preserved, but I don't know how.
We can take it by the apothecary, and probably they can give us something to preserve it in.
A jar of dirt.
I think that would do the opposite of preserving it.
Didn't say I was smart.
Touche.
Well, it looks like we're here. So he walks over and just undoes the blinds, it opens up, turns the sign from closed to open. He's like, I guess with the festival in town, I will get more business. Well, if you need to travel again, any time, any place, any direction, and you're willing to hop on that ride again, you know where to find me.
Is there anything we can do for you to, say thanks? That this was kind of an emergency thing, so I don't know.
I'm always happy to help friends and potential repeat customers.
Well, we greatly appreciate your help. Hopefully, we won't be in such a rush next time we come in here.
He goes, well, about that, I'm not really going to be here if you come back. It's like you could see like more fur like starting like up here on his face as he's like shrinking down. as like he goes from like just being this like this orange hair young man to this orange cat sitting on the thing. And as the black cat that was sitting up on the counter before comes around and begins to form into a dark-haired young man in a like almost an identical suit as to what Oliver was wearing. Like, finally it's my turn. Sorry about that, folks. Every now and then we have to switch up, the face of the establishment, and it gets very hard maintaining our humanoid shapes after a while. So, once one person wears down, another one takes his place.
Are you still Oliver?
No, I'm Stitch. That's Oliver. So he points over to the orange cat, who's just now like curled up in a ball and sleeping.
We could still come by and say hi to Oliver, even if he's in this form, correct?
Of course. I mean, you are friends of the shop, apparently. I'm much like my brother, I am not one to turn away repeat business.
Well, we look forward to getting to know you as well, Stitch. As I said, hopefully we won't be here in such a rush next time.
Yeah, and if you do need like the travel and everything, if you give us a little bit of a heads up, we can fine tune the thing, make sure that what happens doesn't happen again.
Yes, we will hopefully be able to. Hopefully not need a rush transport next time. We'll do our best.
Well, if you ever do, I can just open the box and press the button without having to turn the dials or anything, and we'll go somewhere fast, but I don't know if everyone's gonna remain intact. But hey, sometimes I like to spin that wheel. As well, doors unlocked. Whenever you're ready, you could pop back out into the streets of Augur and do whatever you need to be done.
Yeah, actually, speaking of that, I'll turn to face Val. Did you have somewhere specific in mind that you were going to go, or do you need a place to go?
Oh, right. I didn't tell you why I'm on the run. Well, before we step out onto the street, maybe I should give you a bit of a rundown as to what happened back in Ohm and why I needed such a hasty departure. I'm not just some basic tavern girl. Sorry to disappoint you, Kylus. I'm kind of like what that one is. So she points up to Bernard, though less shadowy magic. I'm sort of an information broker. And well, what I was able to do was I was able to pass myself off as a tavern girl with a variety of talents, one of mine being speech. And it so happens that a certain proprietor of a certain casino needed somebody with my talents to be able to talk him into a calm sleep as to his dreams would not ravage him. This worked out in a good fortune for me as I was trying to find information on said individual in his underworldly activities. She reaches in her bag and she pulls out just like this very thick ledger. And when he was asleep, earlier today, I nicked this. Inside is quite the encyclopedia of underground dealings. Names, contacts, contracts, purchases, sales, odds and ends. Should be enough for the Augur Royal Guard to look into the matter and to send a detachment to take Mr. Eight Eyes into custody.
I'm sure they must appreciate that assistance. I'm sure it pays very well as well.
Oh, this isn't for payment. As an agent of the law myself, this is just my task.
So you work for the guard?
I work for the Empress.
Oh. Okay. Here she has a sweet tooth.
Amali does indeed have a sweet tooth. Sweet girl. Good Empress. But still gets a little bit of a immature swing in her sometimes. But
Yes, Mags.
that's where I come in.
Well, I'm glad even more now that we were of service. Especially if it's going to take Johnny out of that city.
Yeah.
I'm also glad we didn't rush in there and blow your cover for you.
That would have ended poorly for all of you. I don't know if you know this, but the casino itself has a vast anti-magic field around it. So if any of you are spell slingers, you would have promptly imploded the moment you tried to cast anything in there.
Oh, that's not good.
So you're headed to somewhere to hand over that ledger to someone that can make use of it?
I'm headed to the Emerald Seat.
Oh.
Maybe I will see you all later sometime. But now that we're here in Augur, it is best that I part ways from you. Don't worry, I will make sure that a payment for your services is sent to you at some point in time. Oh, and by the way, watch your backs. Once Johnny wakes up and he finds out what's going on, he's going to start asking questions and send people out.
Just to be safe, he's not a spider person, right?
A spider person? No. I could see why you think he's a spider person, but no, he's not a spider person.
Okay.
Would you be willing to tell us what he is?
That's the thing. You can't tell what he is. His identity is safeguarded by magical wards. Fey wards. To reveal his identity is to doom yourself.
So that wasn't just an idle threat that people make.
Oh no.
It's like an actual thing.
No, and he makes sure that once somebody knows who and what he is, he makes sure to let them know about the wards and what happens if they decide to try to speak his identity.
See. Well, I don't think we want to put you in any more danger than you're already in, so I won't press that
ourselves.
subject. Or that.
Like, well,
I'm staying with Kylus, so if you ever just want to like hang out, track down where he lives, and you'll find us both, and a lot of the times Asha as well.
Yes, I'm there quite often.
she kind of glances over to Kylus and just like gives him like a very teasing smile. Well, if Kylus will be around, maybe I will pop by.
If he's hot enough, we usually know how to track him down.
Oh, there isn't a person in this city I can't track down. And if you have an official house here, I already know where you live. Or I will anyway. We do have a Hall of Records.
What did I just come back to? You guys whoring me out again?
Nope. Maybe.
Val's
see.
just been teasing Kylus.
Oh, it's fair. It's fair.
Well, it's much nicer just to come see him rather than have to track him down.
Well, if you want to,
like I'm hiding.
if you want to give me the address, maybe I'll stop on by sometime.
Oh,
I'll write down the address and give it to her.
Wait, do we have a house?
And she smiles and
Head turn over to.
she smiles and
Lydia.
folds up the paper and stuffs it in a pocket.
Well, it's only fair that I know where you live.
Oh, like I said, I live in the Emerald Seat. I am, for the most part, the Empress's spy master.
Depending on duty, I do have permission to pop in from time to time. Maybe we'll see each other.
I would be so lucky.
Well, I'm glad you're safe. Glad we didn't have to worry so much.
Now you just have to watch your own backs. Though if I catch wind of anybody looking for you, I'll be sure to send word.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And she smiles, and as she walks by, she kind of like gives you a pat on the arm. And she opens the door and just exits out into the streets of Augur.
So, I guess now that we're all here and safe for the time being, as safe as we can be, all things considered, I'm gonna go, I guess, find a place to get some lunch and have a chat with this Bernard guy.
And as you say that, he just like lands right next to you. It's like hopping off of the rafters.
I want to go find the guild master, I guess, and turn in our bounty.
Oh yeah, we had that's why we're carrying. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that.
Well, you're carrying the
Chimera
heads
thing.
because it's like you could turn in the bounty, or you could turn the heads into the blacksmith.
Oh, it's either or.
Yeah, you can't turn.
I thought we had the tail too, so we could turn the tail for the bounty.
You know, the tail's also like the tail has poison on it.
The tail would get you a smaller price or a smaller reward if you were to turn it in.
I definitely want the legendary item. it's like Tokumi doesn't really have a concept of money, but you know, you mentioned like legendary items. She knows what legendary items are. She's like, it's like, I know what those are. Those are cool. So yeah, so if it's one or the other, she's definitely like, yo, no, we go to the blacksmith then. It's like...
I think we can turn the tail in. At least that way we're not completely out of coin, as we probably will need that to do further travels.
Well, I mean, it'd be better to see if anyone needs the tail for something. I'm not sure what he's gonna want, but I mean, if we have all the best parts, I mean, unless you need the money, I just think we'd be better off. You know, how many opportunities are we gonna have to have a legendary item made by, you know, an ancient blacksmith made for us?
Oh, I'm not saying don't get the items made. I think that is the best course. I was just thinking of funds for the future, because this... Well, normally I'd say I'm not really worried about the funds. This bout of traveling has made me realize we might need a bit more than we currently have to continue to supply what we're doing.
I mean, she looks at the rest of the group. I mean, you know, she's cool with, you know, if people want to, you know, in her mind, someone's giving up potentially a good, decent item. She doesn't need poison, but if somebody else wanted it, you know, she's more than happy to like let them make whatever item they want from the tail if they want to.
I suppose we could always hold on to stuff for now and go to the blacksmith and get whatever we're gonna get. And then if there's anything left over from that, we can then turn that in for the bounty.
That sounds like a plan.
Bernard just like silently like listens to all of you. He's like, that sounds like a good idea, but I think somebody said lunch.
Right. Yeah,
Can't go
let's
talking
find
to
it
giant
first.
blacksmiths on an empty stomach.
Well, hold on a second.
I agree. Oh,
We didn't
Took
say
me-
anything about a giant. How do you know?
He kind of just smiles. He's like, I know things.
raises anchor.
He drinks in those things.
Let's go get some lunch.
As Sylvia goes to leave, Asha will go up to her and she'll just give her a hug. And as she gives you a hug, she'll whisper in your hair, "Be careful," in your ear, "Be careful," and she's gonna cast guidance on you.
Man, nobody trusted Bernard over here.
Look, after what Asha
probably
saw
done
in the
with her.
Astral Sea, she doesn't trust it. No, not at all.
I mean, okay, if you think of it,
Oh, I get it. Personally, Asha doesn't trust him.
because like how much
Oh,
time?
I
How
was
much
done with
time?
them.
How much time would have passed? 20,
Several years.
60.
It's
But
been-
wasn't it 60?
No, it's so if I remember correctly, I think you said for
Withered
Destiny
Waste.
Forge,
Withered Waste is
takes
20
place,
years.
Like 200 years.
No, Withered
it 20
Waste is
years?
20 years before Destiny Forged. And then campaign 3 was
So-
60 years after season 2 or campaign 2. And then it was about another 40, wasn't it? When this took place.
I think so.
So 102.
So about 120 years.
And he's cheating on Callie.
Is he?
Is
We
he?
don't know anything.
Is Callie still around?
That's a
Cal-
big question. I mean,
Callie's still alive.
by the end of that campaign, she had multiple people in her. So
One being a destroyer god.
yeah. So I don't really know. We never discussed what came of that.
Hasn't been concluded, so we don't know.
We don't know. Besides, it's Bernard.
And if she is dead, we'd have no proof of that because that bird would have eaten her. That was the agreement.
Yeah.
Look, Bernard clearly has a type, and it looks like you get round 2 with him.
Seems to be the case.
Ooh, fucking let's go!
So you said you're gonna go with them, Kylus?
Oh yeah, no, it's not that he doesn't trust Sylvie, he doesn't trust him. He's like, all right, shady guy. So if they want it to be private, he's more than willing to kind of like stand outside and keep watch. But yeah, no, he's tagging along.
Bernard doesn't
But I
seem
got
to.
hospital
Bernard
bills.
doesn't seem to mind. You know, it's lunch. He's like,
True, but he's being respectful of Sylvia because Sylvie said it was a personal matter. So yeah.
I don't think there's really anything that she has to say that she either hasn't already said to Kylus or wouldn't be willing to. I mean, he's basically like a brother to her at this point, so she's fine with it.
All right, then he will gladly tag along. And he's
This is
talking.
awkward. Asha wanted to talk to Kylus.
Oh,
I mean, you can.
I know. I
grab them
think.
before they go.
No, but now Asha's gonna tag along so she can talk to Kylus while he waits outside.
It's like when you say goodbye to your friend and then you both have to walk in the same direction to get where you're going.
Yeah.
It's even more
Yeah.
awkward. It's even more awkward when you do that at a convention. You say bye and we'll meet up later, and you both walk the same direction and go
Yep.
to the same place for lunch.
Yep.
No, what's worse is that you say
But
bye
says
to your
everything.
online friend playing a game, you both log out and you both log back in.
Well, this is awkward. Well, we're both liars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are is Tokumi
had,
and
like
Karsha
had
tagging
buffet.
along? Oh yeah, she did have the buffet. She did have the buffet.
She's full. She's full. She's in her pretty sundress, and she doesn't have to hide her halo and her wings because they're they're fey disguised. So she's like she's inexplicably
Skipping down the street.
yeah, she's in a real, she has a very like light mood, that no one's in the party really seen her have yet. And she's literally just like Mary Tyler Moore, going down 7th Avenue. She's just
I'm
like
Harry y'all.
Okay, so as you go, just skipping off, having a grand old time during the remaining days of the festival that's going on.
Yeah, she's just going around, not having to hide anything. Well, not having to herself hide anything because it's hidden already. So she's just loving the sundress.
Okay. What about Karsha? What is Karsha doing?
Karsha's going on her own adventure. She's going around the town.
Just wandering?
No, she's going to a magic shop.
Which magic shop?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
We have a list somewhere.
Yeah, you have a list. There is one notable magic shop aside from Bimington's in Augur. And that is
The Magician's
Yep.
Secret.
the Magician's Secret.
I just found it. Yep.
She's going there.
Okay. So we got a magic shop's did I write it? Yeah, I wrote his name down. That's right. So Karsha is going into the Magician's Secret. Toki is having just a day to herself, enjoying life, feeling the sun on her skin and everything, and not having to hide who she is thanks to the fey glamour that is cast on this sundress. And then a very awkward lunch for the rest of the group.
It's not awkward if you make it awkward.
Nah, make it awkward.
And as you all begin to head out, any sort of relaxation that you had, Asha, is sort of like whisked away the moment your feet hit those streets, as you get that feeling that somebody is watching you.
I'm gonna do the dumb, and I'm gonna start looking at the rooftops to see if I can catch a glimpse of anything.
Give me an investigation roll.
Oh, which one of my dice don't want
Second stalker has entered the
Oh,
battle.
it feels like somebody's watching me.
Okay, that's a really good roll. What?
And I
say
got no
investigation?
privacy. Oh.
Investigation. That's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. So as you're looking around, you kind of wish that you didn't.
Oh God, no.
As like you remember back as like the specific direction that something was peering at you when you walked out of the shop when you were choosing this fate line. And as you stop, just because you get that creeping feeling, you stop and you look over your shoulder and you see this single individual up on like a high point of a roof, foot just positioned well enough to where you can lean on it as he's looking down at you. This strange alien looking creature dressed in a long black flowing cloak. In his hand is what looks to be a long gun. but as like the wind catches the cloak, you can see on the inside he is just kitted out in various forms of weaponry. On his head is this strange, weird looking wide brimmed hat.
Oh my god, you didn't.
He did.
What? I didn't what?
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that bounty hunter's name from Boba Fett?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't even think of him.
Mm-hmm.
The duster coat that's decked out, alien
was that
looking.
Greek?
He's got the big hat.
No,
oh my
He's
god,
got
what's
the
his name?
mask.
Cad. No, I wasn't even thinking about Cad Bane.
Cad Bane.
Cad Bane
You
just
were
creeped
describing Cad Bane.
Cad Bane just creeped into this game.
Oh my
yeah,
god,
the same way Drax scooped into the Christmas game.
Yeah.
I'm living for it.
And as he's standing there, you see crawling out from like behind him is this weird six-legged like lizard. Looks like a giant monitor lizard. But black like goo or oil seems to be dripping off of it with each step. And flying overhead and coming to land on his shoulder is this weird two-headed vulture.
Fuck.
And he
is decked the fuck out.
as he just stands there and he meets your eyes and he kind of smiles and he just tips his hat to you. I can't believe I was describing Cad Bane. What the fuck?
You totally were, like, to the T.
Oh.
It was so great. So great.
One of my
The
favorite
fact that
bounty hunters.
the point when you realize you've inadvertently just TPK'd the entire group.
I feel like I was going to inadvertently TPK the entire group no matter what I chose, so it's okay. I guess this is fine. Everything's fine. Where's the fine gif? I think Asha's just gonna go a little bit pale, and she's gonna turn right back around and very stiffly walk away. Unable to hide. How uncomfortable she is right now.
I would have laughed if it was a rat.
And then every once in a while I'll turn around and peek back over my shoulder, see if he's still there.
And like every time you turn to look, he's on a different rooftop, moving with you.
Man.
Oh. She wants to see if he's following her or everyone else, and then, at the same time she doesn't want to leave safety of group. Safety of group. No, for now she's just oh. Yeah. Asha doesn't look well. She looks queasy. She's getting sick again.
Are you alright?
With another glance over her shoulder, and she's like, we're being followed.
By who?
Don't know. Not sure it's one of the things I want to talk to you about.
Can I see if there's anyone stalking or making that seems to stand out?
Do you make an effort to try to point out the individual on the roofs?
More eyes are better than one, so yeah, she'll make kind of a nodding motion in the directionality of where she last saw him.
No, look.
Give me a make it a perception check.
No. That is going to be a 5 total.
I was just making shit up.
Well, whatever you
Slime
saw doesn't seem to be there. Perhaps it was your imagination?
No, I think something happened during the teleport.
Yeah, we got a bit of a stowaway? Is that the right word?
One other than that she waves towards Bernard, who she was walking in front of us with Sylvia.
Yeah, the stowaway.
There's another one. Seems a little more problematic. That's what I wanted. One of the things I want to talk to you about. I need a few things to talk to you about, but the while we were teleporting, something happened, and I saw multiple different outcomes of the teleport, and had to pick one. And this, unfortunately, is the one I had chosen. It felt better than the other options.
What do you mean chosen?
How to describe it? It's like I could see all the different way things could go wrong and influence which way it did. So I nudged us in this direction.
Not like you knew what each path had in store for us.
I mean, up to a point. There was different options. There's different things that could have gone wrong. This one landed us an auger with hopefully time to prepare and or deal with whatever is now following us.
Well, if it has any ill intent, it's something we can deal with, I'm sure. Just keep your guard up is all. Be careful. Probably let everyone else know.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be okay?
I just hope I didn't make a poor decision.
Well, if you feel that way, I would not blame you. Again, it's not like you knew this would happen. I don't think the others would blame you either.
Oh, I knew it would cause something to follow us around.
Well, to be fair, the teleportation was a bit shaky. Let's be honest.
Well, the other options weren't great either.
You never are when things go poorly. But again, we'll keep our guard up and see how we can face this though. He'll
Yes,
put
I
his
think
hand on her shoulder.
she'll continue walking to the restaurant uneasy as the other topic she doesn't want to talk about for Bernard. Where she knows, where she thinks Bernard can hear. Let's put it that way.
And as you're
Bernard has a
walking,
way of knowing things.
as like you're walking, if Bernard is listening to you, he isn't giving any indication that he's heard anything that you've said. It's like his entire attention seems to be on finding a restaurant and on Sylvia. And as you're walking through the city streets, he's like, I'm technically new here. I'm a little bit of embarrassing, but I've never stepped foot in Augur. Do you have a restaurant of choice when you're here?
Actually, I don't really have much experience in that regard either. Kylus, is there any good restaurants nearby?
Links. I mean,
Somewhere with spicy food?
yeah. Actually, there's a couple places. Are you going for like
everything spicy or more like a variety?
Variety is always good, right? And somewhere where we could have a bit of privacy when we're talking.
Okay. There is one that has a bit of a redundant name, but would give us quite a few options to have some privacy, of course. It's called Paprika My Interest.
I know how to type that down.
Mm-hmm.
It was better than oregano. You didn't.
It wasn't. Was it better? So I'm willing to bet he's writing down both of them because the other one now exists.
No, no.
I would have totally gone for the other one.
No.
Oregano, you didn't.
No, because
Yeah.
that one would have just been instantly burnt to the ground.
I don't know. I just thought of a random ass like, what's a spice that's spicy? Sure, paprika.
Paprika's not even that spicy.
It's not even that spicy. I mean, it's like, you know, it's more for the color.
I laugh because I know how
Fine.
wimpy
Let's just chill.
Zoro is to spicy food. Paprika is spicy to her.
It is. It is fine. Let's go to the other restaurant called Just Chillin'. Let's go.
Yeah, I think that the paprika one sounds good. Let's go there.
It's a thing now. You can't escape it.
And you find your way to Paprika My Interest. And it's a nice establishment. It's very open in some areas, and other areas there are like private booths for those who want a bit more of like the romantic feel to an occasion. Though walking into the establishment, you can just smell the spice in the air. And there's just a big smile on Bernard's face as you all walk in. He's like, This is what I've been craving. I haven't had anything burn my mouth in a while.
They tend to have a variety here of mild and extreme, so I suppose whatever your preference is, you won't be disappointed here.
Now that I'm smelling it, I'm kind of hungry myself.
He's like, well, let's order whatever we want. My treat.
Thank you.
Now, I believe you said something about a personal matter you needed to speak to me about.
Yeah. So once we find a private booth to sit down in and
place your orders and
take a look at the menus, place our orders. A giant spicy meat platter, of course.
Of course.
The order of choice. I would like to track somebody down, but I don't have very much information to go on.
All I need is a name.
Well, that's a problem. I don't have a name.
Ooh. What do you have?
I have a location of a place that they used to go to. I assume they owned it, but I don't actually know. I don't want to get into my whole history or anything, but I was held against my will for many years, along with several other people. And I want to track down the person that was holding us. Only none of us knew what they looked like. I know that it was a male, but that's all I know.
But do you know the location of where you were?
Yeah. Thankfully, when we were broken free, it was from a group of adventurers that do what adventurers do best, poke their nose into places they don't belong. And they just happened across the place we were being held, and they freed us, and I ran as soon as was free, but I remember where that place was. I can mark it on a map or something for you. But I don't know what happened to the guy that was actually holding us captive. I know he was very, very skilled at charm and domination magic. But I don't know his face. I don't know his name.
And what would you like done if I find him?
I want to kill him with my own hands.
I can deliver him to you.
I'll pay anything.
Never say that to an individual such as myself. That can lead into a very deep debt that you cannot climb out of.
I don't care. I don't care what.
Has like
what...
a hand up.
He's like, it is okay. I'm not going to take advantage of a situation such as this. Just saying, if you come across another of my kind who is in this sort of business, never utter those words, no matter how desperate you are. As he opens a book and he just like puts it over to you. You see there's like a very like crudely drawn map on like the 2 pages. He's like, just mark roughly where it was at and I will begin looking for him. And we can discuss my payment after my task is complete. I don't want you paying if there's for some reason that I can't if I can't find this individual.
Okay.
Very reasonable.
And Sylvia will do her best to remember where the location was, and she was in a not great headspace at the time, but
go ahead and give me a history roll. And when you say very reasonable, Bernard's like, oh, I am a professional, if anything.
That's not bad for a +0. It's going to be a 15.
You're pretty confident as you mark down the location that you, from the area that you escaped from.
I wish I could give you more than that, but that's really everything. He was very good at keeping his real identity from us.
Well, I will make sure that I can find anything about them, and once I'm set on who they are, I will deliver them to you. Do you want them in fighting condition, or should I make sure that the kill is as quick or as slow as you want it without any sort of resistance?
I think he doesn't deserve the opportunity to fight back.
Then he will not have it.
Thank you.
Let's say that I detest individuals such as this.
Yeah, you and me both. I was really eager to give it to old Johnny after hearing that he kidnapped Val, but things were obviously not as they seemed there.
Oh, rest assured, individuals like Mr. Eight Eyes tend to meet their end at one point or another.
From the sounds of it, they seem to meet their end at the hands of people like you.
Funny enough, nobody's ever put out a contract on him, to me anyway.
Have you been in this part of the world long?
Oh, off and on. I stop in from time to time to drop stuff off to the cats and visit my brother, and then I'm off and out and about in the world again, doing what I do best.
Your brother lives in this part of the world?
Yes. You might have seen him. Weird looking guy, backwards hands, a little bit of fur on the face.
You know what? I think we did, just recently.
Goes by the name of Gaius. Total douche.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that one.
He did seem to have a certain ego about him.
When you are the liaison between this plane and the hells, you tend to get an ego.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like a pretty important role.
He does favors for people up here. Doesn't matter who they are or what their ambitions are. As long as they pay his price, he'll do what he needs to do.
And how does his price compare to yours?
I am more respectable of a person's reasoning as to why they need to hire me. In your situation, this is not as if you're trying to take down a business rival or anything of this. This is to bring justice to somebody who has wronged you.
Sounds like I made the right choice then.
Oh yeah, never deal with my brother. You can't trust a word he says. And he'll tell you that straight to your face, to never trust him.
And people still do business with him?
All the time.
Are they foolish?
They're desperate. That's one thing I can credit my brother. He could smell desperation on anyone, and he will exploit it.
Suppose everyone has their own reasons.
And as like the conversation ends, your food is delivered. And everyone enjoys their meat platters and whatever else that you order. Sorry, Asha, was there anything else you wanted to convey to Kylus while you were here, or?
Well, it depends. Are we all sitting at the same table, or do we go separate and sit away from them?
That's up to you guys.
Yeah, I don't. Bernard wouldn't have a problem if you all sat there.
I'm gonna leave it up to Kylus, because he was the one tagging along.
I mean, and you were a part of that conversation, so maybe you are.
He did react, yeah. So I'd say, yeah, he was probably at the table.
So I'd wait until later.
Sorry.
Okay.
Look,
I didn't know.
given the day Asha's had, she's very jumpy and she doesn't trust this guy.
So, as you, as all of you are enjoying your meal, Karsha.
Yeah.
You make your way into the magician's secret.
Yes.
Very strange looking magic shop with a multitude of mirrors all over the walls, and a large central mirror right behind the merchant's counter. As you come into view of the mirrors, you can see an individual walking through them. As they look over, they just call down to you. Oh, peruse at your leisure. If you need any assistance, please let me know.
Okie dokie.
Or if there's anything specific you're looking for, and you need assistance, I'm the one to talk to.
Just looking for objects of power to help my clan.
Objects of power. Well, you could hear him put something down, like out of view of the mirror. As he appears in the center mirror, he's like, well, that is a very broad term, as an object of power can range from a singular bead from a necklace of fireballs all the way up to the hand of Vecna. It can be anything.
You have a hand of a person?
I know I don't have such an artifact, but just giving you the broad range of what you've said.
I gotcha. Well, I'm just trying to find something that can help like a tribe out for their civilization.
A tribe?
You know, nothing. Yes.
What is it that your tribe needs?
Advancement.
Advancement. In a economical sense, or as in like an advancement of the society in and of itself, magical or technological wise?
That second one.
I don't have anything specific here, though I do have something that could point you in the right direction.
That could work.
See, it's like, where is it? You hear like a little compartment open from a shelf in the back, and floating towards the front and landing on the counter itself is this rolled up piece of parchment. This map is of this map is hundreds of years old. It shows remnants of the entirety of the landmass of where we are now. Though,
yeah,
it also has, see, opens it up and just shows you. As you can see, the upper area of the map, unlike the maps that you see now, isn't covered by any sort of indication of the dust storm, though it is still very blank up there. Like, though, this area right here, as he points to what looks to be like a marking of a temple near the center of what the dust storm would be now. Like, that may house something that you could possibly use. It's rumored to be an ancient magical monolith. You could find something magical or technological inside of there that could possibly help your tribe, but aside from that, I'm not really sure I have any sort of objects of power that would be able to assist you.
Oh, that is perfectly enough information. What do I owe you?
For the map, say 100.
I could do that.
He's like, very well, 100 gold and it's yours.
Okie dokie. I give him the gold.
And as you like you give him the gold and you take the roll of parchment, you turn around and there's an individual that has come in. They look a little off. You've never seen them before. Very almost alien in nature. Wearing a short, like, blue, what looks to be leather jacket. Dual blades on their hips. And a large, what looks to be like a trident on their back. Though it isn't a traditional trident where it's got the 3 prongs next to each other. It's like the trident with the prongs in like the triangle position. This individual has just like this very like almost like crimson like skin. In a pair of what you would assume would be dreads, but they're cable. They seem to be inserted into like their head.
Cyberpunk shit. What the fuck? Like she's like her eyes lit up, and are like, "How'd you do your hair? What is that? You look cool. I like your blades." She's like all over.
As they like lean in and just take a big whiff of you.
I can do that too.
You will be interesting, game. I look forward to claiming yours. Quite the trophy. Do you have all your teeth? I bet they would make a fine necklace.
Yeah, she smiled at him, big teethy grin, and she's like, "You want to take this outside?"
I would love to, but the contract isn't set yet. You have time.
And when it does, just find me.
He kind of smiles and pats you on the arm as he walks out. He's like, "Oh, don't worry, we'll find you."
I look forward for it.
And he just leaves, and it's almost as soon as he leaves, you forget he was even there. As you're just standing there, kind of like a weird smile on your face, staring at the door.
What was I smiling about? What's this sensation of bloodlust? Well,
you hear the person in here is like, "Are you okay? You just started talking to yourself and staring outside."
I have no clue what was going on.
That makes two of us.
I think this week is going to be an exciting one. And she leaves the store.
And as you leave the store, Toki, today is perfect. Now that you're back in Augur and you're back in kind of familiar territory, feeling a little bit closer to home and just having a bit of freedom given to you and a weight taken off of your shoulders. The odds and ends of the little marketplace that you are wandering through, combined with the smells of meats, are just adding to your experience. But as you're walking through, there does seem to be a little bit of a chill running down your back. You can't place it, but you feel as if somebody's following you.
Can I make a perception check?
Yes, you can.
Outside. Because I'm not proficient. 21.
You catch them just a brief glance as you see a pair of yellow eyes sort of look at you as this tall individual, probably a good 8 feet tall, covered in a full-on, almost it looks like a monk's cloak over like a very large body with like a bulbous back. Face of an individual that of a species you've never seen before, very, again, alien-like, as it just sort of like looks at you as it steps into an alleyway, covering itself in the shadows. though you can still see those yellow eyes staring at you.
Oh, yeah, she would, because that's what she would do. She goes to the alley, and she gets, into the alley. She goes, "Can I help you?"
Curious. Normally when the prey is stalked, they don't come closer to us.
Praying, so
Though-
you're a hunter of some kind.
This one assumes that you do not know you are prey.
Have I wronged you in some way?
Me, no. But recent actions have caused an affront to the natural balance. And we have been sent here to claim you. To bring balance back to, well, balance.
Well, my eternity sort of belongs to someone else, so I cannot oblige.
Most prey do not seem to wish to oblige when they are being hunted, though the hunt has not begun yet. This is more of a sizing up. You will know when the hunt begins, as the horn will sound 3 times. And when it does, nothing will be able to protect you. By the time we are finished, balance will be restored.
So there's more than one of you.
Only a fool would send one when going against so many.
So you're going after me and my companions.
If that's what they are.
There are people I travel with that don't have or find objectionable.
It matters not to me. Just know that in advance, I apologize for any sort of pain I put you or your companions through. I will try to make it.
Hunter.
I will try to make your deaths as painless and as quick as possible. Though I cannot say the same for my companions.
Well, I guess I have no choice but to return the favor.
You can try. But nobody has been able to defeat the Astral yet.
Does that ring a bell at all?
Nope.
Okay. Is that what they call you or your band of merry bounty hunters?
It's where they call I'm from. You passed through it recently.
Yes.
Caused a disturbance. And now we've been sent to right that wrong.
So, no one's allowed to travel through your plane of existence.
No. No one's allowed to travel so recklessly through our plane. The lives that you have cost, the damage that you have done, was enough to garner the attention of me and my companions.
What lives were lost?
Your little floating box, whatever you want to call it, destroyed a small flotilla of ships. Hundreds of souls were lost. And now their voices call for your judgment.
And we're to believe that this is true. We felt no running into any ships when we were traveling through this astral.
You can believe whatever you wish. Matters not to me. The contract has been signed. The bounty has been posted. Now all we wait for is our huntmaster to sound the horns. And then we can claim our prey. But I've taken too much of your time. Enjoy what little life you have remaining. Cute dress, by the way.
Many, many years.
He just turns and begins to walk away.
Does he like vanish, or does he just like continue to walk?
Continues to walk away, turns the corner, walks back out onto the street, and just continues along his merry way.
Does anyone else notice this guy?
Oh yeah. A couple people say hello to him, and a couple others move out of the way. Others stare at him because of his size. He's very much there.
I kind of want to follow him. I mean, if he's not being sneaky about where he's going, I mean, he just threatened to kill me and all of my friends, so.
Why do you get to remember them and I don't?
I did meet the douchebag of the group.
Why do I get to meet the edgelord?
Come on, would you want to meet anyone other than the edgelord?
That's true. It is me. I do want to meet the edgelord.
And you begin to like trail him for a little bit, but at one point or another, you just lose him in the crowd.
Interesting.
And as you turn around and you begin to like walk back, you see him along with two others standing on top of like various roofs, just like watching you as you move.
So I see, so there's three in total.
There's three in total. There's the Cad Bane looking motherfucker that I accidentally made Cad Bane, with his two animal companions. The shorter one with the wires in his head, and the trident, and then the big cloaked guy. So as soon as you break sight of them, you don't really remember the smaller guy. So you know there's two of them.
Okay.
Just for out of character, what was the race maybe that the trident guy was?
You don't
just kind
know.
Of alien.
It's like
Okay.
They all just look extremely alien to you.
Gotcha. Okay.
Out of character question: do I need to add more souls to my necklace from us railing into things with the building?
Oh fuck.
Oh
No,
my
no,
God.
you were moving too fast. No.
Okay, God.
The chorus of 500 would have quickly become like the chorus of like 800 right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck no.
Oh, it was my fear. That was my fear.
Those three
Alright,
guys, I thought there's gonna be like two more.
I go find the party. I go looking for them. So I know a chunk of them. Actually, Karsha said she wanted a magic shop out loud, correct?
No.
No.
Okay. So, then I know,
No.
so I
Basically,
don't know where,
this is you guys did your thing, and she just kind of walks off.
so
No
I
one
don't
even
know
stopped
where-
her. Just walks off.
So I don't know where Carson went, but I do know the others were looking for food.
Mm-hmm.
Are the restaurants in a particular area?
They're around like the central part. They're a lot of them are around the central part of the city, of like inside the city of Augur, because it's where a lot of the foot traffic for the markets and everything are.
All right, so then I'm going to go and
you do remember Bernard mentioning something that he wanted something spicy.
all right, so then I'm going to. So when I get to the center of town, where near the restaurants are, I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask just someone like a party goer in the street, and just excuse me. I heard there's some restaurants around here that cater to those who are into spicy food. Can you perhaps point it out to me?
Well, if you want a fire lit in your mouth and in your belly, Paprika My Interest would be the one that you want to go to.
Sounds like it might be the place. Can you tell me where it is?
Oh yes, it's just right down there. Like once you get to the corner, just make a right. It's going to be right there.
And then she does, respectful bow. And
Okay.
then she just, she just turns. She's mentally remembering she has to keep her wings in check because they're not bound by her cloak. So she's being extra aware of her spatial area because normally her wings are under her cloak, so she can feel them against the cloak, so she doesn't have to worry about them. But she's not as conscious of her wings as she's normally is because they're not bound. So she has to use a lot of mental acuity to keep them in check so she doesn't accidentally buffet somebody as she's walking down the street.
Good point.
Just walk down the street like this and just not get run over.
And everybody's getting really confused because the wings are invisible and they have no idea what just happened.
I know.
Yep.
That's
Just
exactly what
full cat-
that's exactly what she's trying to
Full
avoid.
cat energy, just wings spread out and just knock everything down as you're going.
Yes.
Oh shit!
As the entire city now believes that one particular street is haunted.
So she heads over
I love
to the restaurant.
Okay.
And I guess, is there like a door person?
So as you are coming towards the restaurant, after your meals have been, like after you finished your meal and you've had a bit of time, Bernard excuses himself and says that he will begin looking into your individual right away, and if he finds anything, he will send word or deliver the information in person. And he looks over to all three of you. He's like, it was very lovely meeting all of you. I hope that the next time I see you, I have some form of good news. Oh, one thing. If he happens to be dead, would you like me to return him to life so you could kill him?
You can do that?
Oh, I can do that.
Does it cost extra?
Mm,
You know what? It
Let's
doesn't
call-
matter what it costs.
Don't-
I'm in.
see,
Don't
hold
say
on.
that.
He's like, oh,
Sorry. I just. Sorry. I've
Don't-
been thinking about this for a long time.
he's like, again, we will talk my price once this is done.
Oh, okay.
Like as he says that, he just zips away in the shadows again, leaving the three of you alone as you are exiting the restaurant. And as you exit out, you almost run right in to Toki.
And she's
Oh.
just like, oh, there you are.
Sorry, you just missed lunch. We're all finished.
Oh, I had a huge lunch back in home. Johnny may be an evil bastard, but he does have a mean spread. I think that's the term, mean spread. We're being followed.
I guess you saw the guy with the hat and the animals.
He also has another friend, very tall.
Wait, there's a man with a hat following you? Are you okay, Asha? Are you in trouble?
We ran into some trouble when we were traveling through the astral sea.
Apparently, we ran into some ships and did some damage, and some lives were lost. And apparently, there's a bounty on our heads. I'm presuming this also goes for Oliver and Stitch, since they were responsible for guiding the ramshackle. But apparently there's some sort of hunt master who's gonna blow a horn or something, and they're going to hunt us down. And they're fairly confident that they're going to kill us.
I'm not even sure how to begin approaching that situation.
Well, I don't know what they are. They're bounty hunters from the astral plane.
Rona, forgive me, I thought that was the better choice. And said it took more lives.
I am confused.
I don't want to explain it multiple times. Once we get the group together, I will explain it again. We should probably meet back at the ramshackle tackle box. Do you know where the others went, where Karsha went?
No idea. I figured she would go stall hopping. She seems to always be hungry. But I didn't see her anywhere.
As you're having this conversation, you hear a loud horn belt over the skyway 3 times.
That's the signal.
That's where we're ending.
That quickly? They warned us, and then 2 seconds later, that's it? Well, damn.
We didn't have time to
I
prepare
get to 1v1 again.
What do you think they're going to get?
All over
What do you think they were going to give you like a Batman level, a Batman amount of prep time to make sure that you could take them on?
Yes.
No, but like half an episode at least.
I have more than enough prep time.
But yes,
how many more days until I turn into Triceratops?
Oh God, you still haven't done that. You still haven't done that. The thing.
No, it's only been like 2 days since
it's only been like 2 or 3 days since it happened. I'm just saying.
I have 2 days marked down. This is going to be the end of the 3rd day coming up on us. So
4 more days. Is it? I give you what?
17
days? 17. That's right. 17 more 17 more days before you turn into a dinosaur.
It might not be a problem anymore. It's fine. This is one way to take care of it.
But what happens next time, we all have to wait. But before we do the sign off and everything like that, we do have a dice giveaway going on here.
We sure do.
Yep.
Oh.
I demand to win.
If you haven't entered yet, and you would like a set, if you like a chance to win a set of wonderfully crafted dice by HP Fox, use the command ! Dicember. Though we do have a little bit of rules here. Fox, if you want to run over those rules again, because I don't pay attention.
And that's why I go over them every time, because a lot of people don't.
Look, when you're going over the rules, I'm going over finalization of prep. So
that's fair.
You have an excuse. You're fine.
The rules are pretty basic, pretty straightforward. Number one is that you cannot enter these giveaways on behalf of someone else. If you're entering it, it is for you. That is to ensure that everyone has an even chance of winning. When the drawing happens, you have to be present. Otherwise, we'll have to redraw for somebody else. If your name is drawn, you have to be able to tell us what it is that you won to ensure that people are actually paying attention to what they're entering a giveaway for. Anything like dice or math rocks, anything of that sort is acceptable. If you win, you have to be a member of our Discord. We use that to verify that you are who you say you are, and I will also be using that to contact you to get your shipping details down the line when that happens. And then finally, because this is happening all month long, you can't win a giveaway more than once within a week, and you can't win more than twice total. That's, again, just to ensure that everyone has an opportunity to get into these giveaways and to win some free dice. So I will be closing it up here in a second and drawing a winner for this lovely set of dice.
I just posted the link up for the dice that we are giving away right now, which are the dice that Fox said have remnants of crushed D20s in them.
Yeah, so this is a bit of an experimental set. I hadn't done anything of this sort before, and I thought it was an interesting way to reuse some materials that otherwise would have been waste, because they were not in a state that I would have been comfortable selling them to anyone. And this way they don't just end up in a landfill somewhere. Not that I'm saying this set of dice is made of garbage.
But it's beautiful garbage, okay?
The dice that ended up being the shards that were inside of these ones were deformed to a point where I wasn't comfortable with their balance. So they couldn't be used as dice, so I reused them in these ones.
Look, the idea of using a D20 that is the amalgamation of other D20s, it's just like, yes, let's use that.
Yeah. I would close the giveaway if I could type the word raffle without misspelling it 3 times.
Raffle.
Raffle.
I have this problem when I'm trying to use emotes in Final Fantasy. I just misspell them over and over and over.
Yep.
That's why I don't.
Wait, you don't have a bar?
I don't.
You don't have a
this is
bar?
why I don't like type emotes. Yeah, I just emo bar it.
Spiffy.
Are you still here, Spiffy?
Damn it, Zoro!
Is Spiffy? Yeah, is Spiffy here?
It's Spiffy. It's Spiffy's
Why is it
fault.
my fault? Why is it my
Spiffy,
fault?
Are you here?
It shows that Spiffy's in chat.
Doesn't mean he didn't pass
Spiffy,
out.
Oh,
tell
there
us
you
what
go.
you won.
Hey, there you are.
I won dice made of
One
other
dice
dice.
made of other dice.
Yes.
You got
Yeah.
diceception.
You sure
Yes,
did.
you do.
So
That's
I will
amazing.
note your name down on my spreadsheet here. If you entered this giveaway and are sad that you did not win, don't worry. We're going to be giving away more dice in almost every one of our shows. Often more than one set. And in one of the upcoming shows, possibly 3 or 4 sets. So
Ooh.
keep tuning in. There are giveaways happening all month long.
So, congratulations, Spiffy, on winning the Diceception dice.
Mm-hmm.
If this is your first time here, this is not the only show that we do. Coming up here on Tuesday will be another episode of Star Wars Tales of the Outer Rim, which is a Star Wars game run by Tiltbot. And apparently I'm putting a Star Wars character in this, so maybe this is a Star Wars game too. But
you're joining TOTOR?
No, I was talking about how I put Cad Bane in this one.
Just
like mistakenly putting Cad Bane into the game. If I could play
the description was perfect to the T.
Right. It's like, why does that sound so cool? Oh, right, because it is.
Yep. I even looked it up. I'm like, am I going crazy? And it's not the character I'm thinking of. And I looked it up. I'm like, oh shit, it is.
Yeah, the only thing he's missing is the breathing tubes.
Right. Exactly.
But yeah. So coming up on Thursday would normally be one of our games of either Mass Effect Horizons, which is a Mass Effect game run by Zorro, or it would be Tricorn Isles, which is another 5th edition game run by me. But since we are in the month of December, we are having a special holiday game of Mouse Guard, which is titled Mice and Merriment, which is focusing on a small group of mice who are setting out to possibly help or save the holiday season. Not entirely sure what they're doing just yet, as they just got on the road, and last episode ended with them being attacked by a weasel. So,
but we avoided the spider.
You avoided the spoder. So, tune into that. That's going to be starting at 8 o'clock Pacific time on Thursday. Coming up on Friday, for real this time, is going to be the final episode of Under the Mountain, which is a Kids on Brooms game that is run by Sugarlove. It's been a little bit of a mini adventure, and it's been a blast playing it. So kind of excited to see what happens, but at the same time, kind of sad that it's ending. Coming up this Saturday, we don't necessarily have a game, though I believe we have, I need to confer with Malls, but I believe we may have a session 0 for Bridgerton. So
I think after the first of the year.
I need to hammer things out. I need to hammer things out with her to see if it's still set for this Saturday or when it was. I probably just looked through the chat. But yes, in one of our upcoming games that is going to be on the open Saturday slot is going to be a miniature Bridgerton game that is going to be run, Bridgerton D&D style game that is going to be run by Malls. And then in sometime in the future, there is an Avatar: The Last Airbender game that is being worked on by Arisen. We are still looking for a couple more people to join that one, but that one will be taking up the alternate Saturday slot after the Bridgerton game ends. On the alternating Saturdays of that, we've got Withered Wastes, which is another 5th edition game that I run in the afternoon, and then at night we have Vigilant 6, which is a superhero style kids on bikes homebrew that we're having a bit of fun in on that one. So that will be taking place on the 21st. So that's gonna, I'm really looking forward to that because I've had a lot of time to prep for that. And then we'll round back here. And then we have the Nest shirts on sale on Designed by Humans if you want to be a part of the crew that works the little ramshackle VHS store that's one of our
your
superheroes
dreams
runs.
of working at a rundown VHS store in a seedy part of town.
Okay, guys, which side are we coordinating? All of us wearing the shirt.
I have to see because Design by Human only goes up 3x, so I have to see if I lost enough weight to actually fit into a 3x.
Look, I'm taking a pen or like an actual. I'm gonna take because I have two. I have an old one of my panda tag, and I will like cover the panda and add my name on there so I can have it over the nest, so it looks like I work.
You could write on. You can write on it.
Customizable.
Yeah, it's customizable.
I know, but after, but it will. Oh
no, the shirt.
The shirt is customizable.
Oh, I thought you had to like write it with a marker.
do.
I'm like, I don't want to
No.
ruin that every time. Oh, yeah, no, that's what I mean. I don't want to write a marker on it.
You should just use like fabric paint or a fabric marker or something, a permanent
Oh, I
fabric
forgot.
marker.
Mhm.
It should stay. You might have to
I forgot
rewrite
fabric
it
paint was a thing.
after like a dozen washes or something, but you can
And
find a way.
Right.
pre-wash.
Fabric paint, right. That's a
If
thing.
you
Never
if
mind.
you're gonna
Move
go
on.
if you're gonna go that route, pre-wash before you use the
Yep.
paint.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because
then
you have to get all the factory gunk off of it first.
coming up on Monday, we will cycle back here with Destiny Forged, where maybe you're being hunted. Maybe there'll be a fight.
Question mark?
Maybe.
Spiffy, you better be here.
We need the guy to do the
Get
fighter
your ass
bullshit.
over here.
We need the fighter bullshit.
I'm not going to be the only one in the face. Get over here.
But yes, so thank you everyone for tuning in, and we will catch you on Tuesday for more Star Wars, and then Thursday for some Mouse Guard shenanigans. Until then, thank you everybody for tuning in, and we will catch you later.
Waving.